resolved. Got it.
Hello. Got hi-oh, everybody. Got hi-oh, how's everybody doing? There she is, that's me. That's right, Goat's back. And what does the dog have the goat come back for? To do her fucking busy work. Hold on, I forgot to put out the live notifications. Yeah, dog forgot to change her password again, so here we are. She does do it every month, but she slipped up this month. Hello Flyora, hello Gas Mask, Grolix, who else do we have here? Lemonade. I think that's about everybody. Welcome in everybody. Grolix, thanks for the resub. 14-month streak is crazy. Oh, hold on. I don't think I have a pat. Hold on. Let me fix that. One moment. Actually, do I... Dakia... Oh, I do have a head pat, there we go. Save that. There you go. I don't have a tail though, so you won't be able to pat my tail. I mean, I do have a tail. You just can't really see it. Forbidden from touching the goat. No, that's quite alright. I guess you can. You guys convinced me last time. I'll give you guys a chance. But yeah, she sent me to stream today because a bulk of today's stream is just gonna be me working on her bullshit. I was really thinking about doing a coding stream. I'm in charge of working on Dogmeat's website, her NeoCities. So yeah, Wage Goat. I am the wage cuck. So I thought it'd be a really good idea to kind of live the NeoCities building. I'm a little bit better at HTML than the dog. But I'm still very much self-taught, so if you see anything that looks bad or is organized improperly, or if there's a more efficient way to code something, I'm gonna respectfully ask you to keep it to yourself. Because this is not an HTML learning stream. This is you hanging out with me. This is you strapped to the chair and hanging out with me. You're gonna have to watch me code badly. Yeah, sorry. Did I forget to do anything else? Oh. There is always a fancier way to program stuff, apparently. Do we have to be strapped to our chairs? Yeah, I think that's gonna have to be a requirement, buddy. Sorry. Yep. So hold on. I'm gonna pull some of this up here. I thought that we could maybe just hang out for a little bit. If you guys don't mind. Just for a little bit, catch up. It's been a while since I've last seen you guys. Over a month now, right? Last time I saw you was April 1st. What's everyone been up to? I've been kind of just sleeping. For a lot of the time, kind of just becoming stronger and better than any other domesticated animal. Cities. A whole month of sleep. I mean, I don't really get out much anyway, so why not? I just sit and game, eat and sleep, shit and piss. You know how it is. Sign out of there. Get the stupid dog one on. This right? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out a password. We're live hacking into Dog Meets NeoCities account. Restore. Okay. Okay. So, ooh, this already looks kind of bad. So we're gonna fix up, because it looks like Dog had already started on a website here, but it looks not very good. So we're gonna fix this code. She told you to build the website, but didn't even give you her password. Well, you know how she is. I kind of just figured out the password myself. Secret.html. What the hell is all of this? Delete. I don't need this page. I'm gonna have to reorganize all of this, actually. This is gonna be password sheet meets one. Imagine if it is, and that's like... She does seem the type to, like, use the same password for every fucking website she uses. Delete. I don't want all these pages. I'm gonna need to... Okay, I'm actually gonna have to, like, get this started from scratch, because this really sucks. Okay, let me show you guys what we're working with here. I just had one of my goats come in and hand me an energy drink. So now we can really game, can really get into the coder mindset. Hold on, let me see. Do I have an energy drink? You guys heard that, right? It's pretty crisp. Password, I love my husband. That's a pretty weak password. You need at least 2 special characters and numbers. Audible, excellent. Let me see if I have an energy drink here I can put on my desk. I should be able to, right? Does your landlord place an extra fee on pets? Well, my landlord doesn't know that they come in and out, so... They don't live here. I don't force them to live in the apartment. They just kind of come in and out and do some chores for me every now and again. The hell, I swear to God there was a energy drink item in here. There it is. Do not pin to me. We're gonna put that on my desk. Thank you. Oh, and it matches me too. It's green. chores. Oh no, our caretakers. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. This isn't quite the right brand that I have, but I think it's serviceable enough. Okay. Okay. So let me show you guys what we're working with here. It's really not good. Let me pull up source code, and then we're gonna start completely from scratch because I really don't like it. Also, hide my bookmarks. I don't want anybody to see it. You guys don't need to know what I have in my bookmarks. Settings. How do I hide it? Bookmarks. Never show. Okay. Okay, creature for creature. I'm not a creature, I'm a goat. Guess what? She also left me to babysit her fucking cats, so now I have to deal with these motherfuckers. Apologies if you can hear them. Okay. Move this over here. Then let me bring us over here. Alright. So this is what we have so far. It's, it doesn't look very great. Let me change my, hold on. I'm gonna change the cursor so you guys can see it a little better. Bishop slander will not be tolerated. Hey, well, he's already eating the other one's fucking food. Get out of here. Come on. That's not your food, you already ate. Okay. Alright. Cursor. He sounds genuinely upset. Well, that's what he does. He, like, is weirdly human-like. It's a little off-putting. Okay. No, I don't want to touch indicator. Oh, no, wait, I do. I lied. I was gonna rage you, but I forgot. Oh, I'm not dog. I'm Kaya. But I appreciate the thought. It happens. Especially when you just started your affiliateship, right? So I understand how it is. I also forgot to raid all the time when I first was able to raid. It happens. Okay, let me turn this back on. Dog-like entity, but more goat-shaped, pretty much. So this is what the website looks like. Let me bring this down a little bit for you guys so you can see the full thing. I really don't want to make this optimized for both mobile and desktop, so this is just going to be a best viewed on desktop just because I feel like the layout ends up looking like absolute shit if you try to optimize for both, and you lose kind of like that old internet charm, I guess. I know that's what she's kind of wanting to go for. Mobile users will make too. The website will still work. Everything will just be like pushed to the side. So right now we already have all of the, oh my god. I need to fix these. Okay, actually I'm gonna have to fix the fucking font imports. Google fonts. Because I don't think this is imported correctly. That's not the right code. Let me change our category to coding. That's a category, right? or like dev or whatever. I don't know. It's a lot of Devil May Cry. Is that not a category for like just coding? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna keep it at just chatting for now, but Growlix, if you find an appropriate category for us, would you mind changing it over, please and thank you? Okay, let me get these fonts actually imported correctly. I only know how to do them like one at a time. I also like to do everything in the actual HTML document instead of using a CSS sheet. I feel like using a CSS sheet would be a little bit more efficient, because then I could have the body on one side and then the CSS on the other, and I wouldn't have to keep scrolling up and down. But I think it would really fuck me up because I already kind of have a hard time keeping track. So we're just gonna have to make do. Concert 1. Damn, this is a lot of fucking fonts. You really only need 1 or 2. Yeah, thank you, Growlix. This is a pretty good font, though. Copy. And then we are gonna start from scratch, because I'm not liking how this looks so far. I can get the concept, but we're gonna start over because I don't want to have to work with shit code to begin with. Permanent marker. Also a very good one. Pretty chill stream idea, actually. Yeah, right? And then I would like to, because as far as I've been told, Dog's been doing like really shitty short streams this week, so I'm gonna try and go for a little bit longer today, just so we can squeeze out the that time. And then Josephine Sands, but we'll see. I don't plan on really coding for the entire stream. There are a couple other things that we need to work on. I'd like to do some work on Dogmeat's new model, and then we can talk about that. She has me doing her models now too, also. A little annoying. We're working on a base. So the concept for the new model, it's not a V5 quite yet. Thank you, Growlix. Yep, new model. I teased it, or not, I didn't. Dogmeat posted it. It was my idea, but she decided to actually post it. Probably a bad idea. We had some, strange reactions to it. I think a green cat is gonna touch her. But that's neither here nor there. Green dog? No, not green dog. It's the concept for it is it's going to be customizable, so it's gonna be all of her outfits in a single model. So that's why it's a nude base. That's why it's the goat. The goat? Yeah, that's me. I am the goat. Okay, so now we have all of our fonts in here. I'm gonna get rid of this whole fucking style sheet. The cursor is not even working. Let me see what this cursor is that she wanted to use. I think it was some meat. So actually, we're gonna get rid of all of this. Get rid of all the CSS. And then we'll also get rid of the entire body. It's not needed. We're gonna start fresh. Dog needs dress up. Yep. Dogmeat reverting to her furry roots when? Probably not anytime soon. I can show you guys what we have done so far if you'd like to see. So we're calling it V4.5. But although I guess technically the like lore outfit would be V5, but not entirely, because it's a different concept. This is going to be the main, not main. This is kind of like a separate concept altogether. So she is naked. Please avert your eyes. Love the stream overlay, by the way. Thank you. It was, let me find the credits for it real quick, because I did not make the base layout, or I didn't make the base assets for it. I kind of cut up and rearranged some things to make it better suit a media overlay. Move this up here so I can see it. Where the fuck are the... Oh, here it is. Stream credits. Shit. Damn it, I can't see shit. Let's see. Black Quos. BLACKQUOSE. That's the base overlay that I used, and then I just cut it up and made it my own. Funnily enough, this is how you rig in Toon Boom with a base naked model. Yeah, pretty much. Keep those cankles. She's built like one of those P3 robots. I think the idea is it's supposed to be like a reference to some of her older models. So we don't really have too much done with it yet. We're doing a couple of experimental things. Let me hide this real quick so you guys don't see my port number. Okay. I think the tongue just might not work correctly at the moment because I have it named to something else. But yeah, I'm working on the rig for it for her because she's lazy and not really in the mood. Eye bag mask. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it keeps bringing that up. I didn't ever had a mask for it, so it's a little weird. This is what we have so far. Very bare bones. Very bare bones so far, but we're kind of working towards it. And she's gonna have two different arm poses, so it'll be this down position as well as in up position. If it wants to show, please show. There we go. Hand on hip position, you know. This is dog retro. This is gonna be, I guess the best way for us to describe it would be like dress up dog. Because it's gonna be all of the outfits. So it's gonna be like V1 yellow checkerboard hoodie, all the way up into V5's outfit with the green bomber jacket. And that's gonna be kind of including the lore outfit as well. So the hair is gonna be swappable, and you'll be able to make her bald if you'd like. Marketable, marketable. No, I don't want to save any changes. But for now, let's just focus on our website here. It'll be Goth Dog too. It'll have the summer outfit and all that shit. Comedy bald button always mandatory. You know, I don't really have a bald button. I only have a forehead reveal, I guess is what it would be. Because I couldn't take my hair up and down, but we have it up today since I'm working. But, oh no, those are my glasses. We can go up and down. Very fun, very cute. Okay. So, we're gonna work on bare bones. We're gonna refresh this and it's gonna stay the same because I didn't save it yet. Comedy, Hitman, stream button. Yeah, exactly. So now we just have a nice blank page. Goat kiss? What the hell does that mean? Focus? That's not right punmanship. So, don't like how I have this. So this is going to be the start of the CSS. And I like using these aside tags, not aside tags, little notes just to keep myself organized. Starts here. And I'll just put little V's. So I know that that's where it starts. Do I have any background music, by the way? Let me put some on. What should we put on? I'll put on some, I don't know, like retro Vocaloid. 2010s Vocaloid music. Vocaloid playlist. This VOD will probably be killed. Redeem hydrate? Okay, I'm gonna hydrate with the energy drink. Okay, we're gonna play iconic Vocaloid songs. AKA, what does it say? AKA my playlist from the early 2010s. A lot of this is already stuff that I know, so. Let me get rid of that. We're gonna application, no. Audio output. There we go. What is this set to? What are your properties? Yeah, okay. Can you guys hear it just fine? I thought the music list was intentional, make it extra off-putting. No, I just kind of didn't think about it. Okay, good. Let me know if it needs to be rebalanced or anything. But now we're actually gonna start. So, like I said before, I like to do the CSS in the same sheet as the HTML, just because I feel like I'm gonna get lost if I have a separate CSS sheet for it. So we'll start here, tab that up so it's a little bit more organized for me. So, we're going to start with our body. So I want to do div. We'll make a header. So here, okay, here's the game plan. Let me see if paint will show up here. Here's my game plan. This is what I want the website to look like. This is going to be really rough. So this is the page. We're going to have a container that's going to be the main container for everything. Kind of like what the current website looks like. We'll have a little PNG of dog right here, just floating. We'll have navigator. We'll do pretty basic layout stuff. This is going to be the navigation. We'll have a header with the logo. That kind of really looks like really poorly drawn boobs. Dog meets logo, and then we'll have some buttons up here to redirect people to the streaming websites. We'll have an about, or a short blurb about. We'll do our current schedule, and then we'll have a guest book. This is going to be the guest Oh shit. A jar as you would? What kind of jar? So this will be the guest book. This is where we'll embed the schedule for the week. Schedule. And then I would like to have a change log, so we'll have the change log. Or like an updates tab. So we'll keep it in here. A jar full of website, exactly. So we'll keep updates here. And then, you know, a little blurb right here, whatever. And we'll have some web stickers for anybody who cares about that on the website. And I think that'd be pretty good. And then we'll have a footer or whatever. But that's kind of what I want. I know it's a little, doesn't really look too good. But that's the goal for the website. And we'll keep this up so we can do a before and after. So first, we're gonna start with the, what do you call this? I keep thinking storyboard but for web design. I guess like a blueprint. That would probably be the best way to describe it. Or I guess it would just be a rough sketch, something like that. A blueprint, I think, is a pretty good nomer for it. Blueprint makes sense, yeah. So we're gonna, so I work exclusively in div classes. I don't know if, like, there's any other way to, like, more efficiently do it, but I think divs work just fine. Do you survive a giant spicy meatball? Now that is classic. I don't think I would. I don't handle spice all too well. So we're gonna do div class. Header. And I like to put the end tag in just to, is the keyboard ASMR gonna be good? Should I put my mic up to my keyboard a little bit more? Is that, do you guys care for that? I'm like dog, I actually kind of like ASMR, so I think that would be nice for you guys to hear. My keyboard is already pretty clacky. Seems like plenty already? Okay, so we'll just keep it right here for now. So for the header, I'm just gonna put in, oh no, I should probably do main, because that's whatever, the container, because that's where everything's gonna be sitting in. Right? Right. Right. Let's do container. No. No? Yes, container. We'll do container first. And then under the style, we're gonna go ahead and style that container so we can see what we're doing. So we'll do dot container. Don't let me forget the end bracket. I always forget it, and whenever I like try to see the change in the page, like nothing shows up, and I'm like, what the hell? So, you know what? I'm just gonna put the end bracket on now. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. I always do. So just for visibility sakes, we're probably gonna get rid of this border, or at least clean it up a little later. We're gonna do 2px black solid, and I think we want this container to be fairly big, so let's do height 950, and then width we'll do 600, and then we'll adjust if it doesn't look very good. And then margin is going to be auto. I want it to float directly in the center of the page because I think it looks best that way. Margin, auto. Let's drop in that background that we had. It's going to look pretty similar to what she already had done. So let me grab this real quick. Background. URL. Oops. Go ahead, semicolon that, and I think that should look good for right now. We'll save and then see what it looks like. It's a lot longer than I thought. So we're gonna bump this up to 800 px, yep. Huh. That's a really big image, huh? But it's not really centered in a way that I want it to be. Actually, before we do anything, I do want this background to be yellow. So body. We're not going to do like a bright yellow. I'll probably have to grab a hex code. Hex code picker. We'll do that gay little yellow that she likes to use. This one. There we go. That's a good one. Best viewers on streamboo.com. Interesting. Let me grab that hex code. Yep, I'm just that good. So we're gonna do background. Yellow. It is a classic. I'm a huge fan of Triple Baka. Yeah, the mildly unhealthy piss yellow. I think I want to bump this up a little bit more, actually. But I want it centered on the bus stop. Which means I'm probably going to have to make this picture a little smaller, which I actually don't really want to do right now. Okay, I'll have to do it. I'll just open up Clip Studio. Because I don't really feel like opening up Photoshop for this. We're gonna move this out of the way so you guys don't peek into my shit. It's actually called beige. That is not beige. Beige is gonna be a little bit more brown than that. That is definitely a yellow. It's gonna be in the streaming assets, I'm pretty sure. Here we go. I cannot type today. That's alright. I've had those days too. Resources, layout. Layout. Please wait. Let's stop. Okay. So this is already, we already know what it's gonna be at, so I'm gonna put this down to 950 by 850. Canvas. 850 by 950. Wrong way, idiot. 950. No. I had it right. I just do it backwards for some reason. That's actually perfect. That's exactly what I want. So we'll save that. Bus stop. PG. Do I have my caps lock on? I do. We're gonna upload it here. I'm gonna have to start using Catbox. I've already started using Catbox before for other projects. Let me see here. Where was I? Home. You use a Catbox? Do you not know what Catbox is? Like, unironically, I need to know. Do you know what Catbox is? Or are you, like, actually genuinely asking me? She's more depraved than we thought? What's wrong with Catbox? It's actually a pretty, standard file storage that people use for NeoCities. I don't, but I'm sure others do. Interesting. I mean, it's either that or Imgur. I think I'd rather just use Catbox. Because it's not like people are able to just go through and find my shit. I was just making a litter box joke. I see. There we go. So that's how I want it to look now. I'm actually gonna down the height, because now that I'm thinking about it, I do want the header to be separate from the container here. So we'll do that. More like coding, not really programming. We're just coding a basic website for dog meat. So we'll put that above the container. Div, oops, class, header. Goat gramming, exactly. No thank you, another classic. We got the hits playing today. Shit. I always do that. I just want it to be evenly spaced. Header. Yeah, I'm on the payroll. We know each other for sure. But right now I'm being used as a wagey. Employee of the month, I say, probably even the year. I better be. She's picked the fucking sheep over me for the last, like, 5 years. So header, we're gonna do height is 100 pixels. I think that's pretty decent. And then the width is gonna match the main container. Width is 850. And then margin, auto. So it's gonna pop up with just some blank space. Or not. Or, you know, fuck me, I guess. I did make that border bolder. Because I think it looks a little nicer like that. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just style it real quick. Border, radius. Let's do 3 pixels. That's all the styling I need anyway. Damn, that did like fucking nothing. So we'll bump that up to 10. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna look up cursors. This is the only website that I use. Because I don't... There's another website that has custom cursors. But I don't know how to make, like, my own. Because I think a bone would be pretty good. But they already have it. They already did, like, the hard work, so... Why would I bother? Let's do unsorted. What do they have? That spam can is pretty good. The Among Us's, yeah, it's, yeah, the Among I. So they have all the Lucky Charms ones. Neon Cat, Cat Burger. That'd be perfect for Katie. Taco, hot dog. The fuck kind of burger is that? Why is it fucking black? That's, interesting. Something to do with, like, meat or a bone. I think this ham, okay. Lucky Charms is such a niche get. They're so right, though. Squid Ink Burger? No, it's just labeled as burger, too. See, that's a burger. This is not. That looks like poop on a bun. I apologize for getting so vulgar, but that's what it looks like. There's a Patamon one? Wait, this actually kind of goes crazy. I didn't know that there was a fucking Patamon one. Alright, well, that's kind of pog. Too bad we can't use Patamon, that's not part of the theme. Can I, like, maybe holidays and events, we can get, like, a bone out of Halloween? Ghosts. Oh yeah, and another thing with that new... Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna pop that out for now. I'm gonna look at other candidates. Another thing with the new model that we're working on for dog meat, we're gonna try, no promises, but it is set up currently so we can actually have the head pop off. I don't know how it's gonna work. It's kind of hard. I'll have to look at some references from models that already have their heads that can pop off, but I can't really think of that much that do that. Finally, maybe. Yeah, we'll just see depending on how hard it is. We'll go back to food. Because I feel like they should have it, right? Duahan dog. Dog's full true nature. Let's go from last. A lot of sweets, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of meat. Unless, like, it's a fucking sandwich or something. Beer is a very good one as well. The ham is pretty good. Not quite, because it kind of looks like the meat on a stick. Either that, or we can also go like the dog cursor. But I want to see if we can try and find like a meat on a stick. A cigarette, of course. A cigarette would be pretty good. That's another thing that I want to try to make with the, everything goes back to this new model. That I think would be really funny. Is if it would be a redeem where you can put another cigarette in dog's mouth and it would eventually just like turn into this. Just a bunch of cigarettes. Those are cigarettes I just can't draw, really. Ora. But hopefully, like, I would like the model to eventually look like that. Because people just keep redeeming the cigarette. Like, +1 cigarette. Oh, yeah, we're out here smoking dung beetle. Not really the meat that I'm looking for. Let's try animals. Because I want to see if they have a Shiba Inu cursor. Sorry, I keep moving my... Yeah, this is Drop Pop Candy by Real and Giga, I'm pretty sure. This is cursors for you. There's other custom cursor websites, but this is the one that I usually go to since it's very like webcore. No Shibas. Okay, so it's either gonna be between the bone or the ham. Should we take a poll? Let's do a poll real quick. Sorry, this is gonna be a Twitch only poll because I don't know how to do one on YouTube. New poll. Which cursor for website? We're gonna do a ham or bone. Start poll. She can have a COVID, of course. That Web 1.0 is an aesthetic in itself now. It's kind of funny. Yeah, if you guys ever scroll through NeoCities, they actually look really cool. All the websites that they have on there. We're gonna try and go for, like, I know that a big inspiration for this website is gonna be the Orion Twins website. I don't know if she showed you guys their website. Hold on, Orion Twins. Neo Cities. This is very, like, super, like, old internet. But as far as I'm concerned, I think they use a, they used a base code for this from Sad Girl Online, which is fine. But I want to have a little bit more control over it. The images even took a few seconds to load. Makes you really feel like you're on dial-up. It's because there's so much shit on it. Which is, I'm not saying shit like a bad thing, like, it's really good. And then you can link to each other, it's pretty cool. So this is the inspiration. But with my own, like, original code, of course. Alright, so what did we vote for? The bone won, so we're gonna go with the bone. We're gonna put it right here, because I think that's the best place to stick it in. And then once we reload, it's gonna be the bone. But only, for some reason, it's only like... I guess that makes sense if it's in the main body only. Because that's what it says to do it on. But now it's a bone. I still haven't figured out how to change the cursor for, like, to show that it's hovering over something. But that'll come when I feel like learning it. So let's add the logo to the header. Maybe that'll help it actually fucking show up. I don't know why it's not showing up. I will learn eventually, but I really don't feel like doing it right now. So let's do image source that, and then I'll style it if I really need to. Oh yeah, I really need to, huh? We're actually gonna set you to 100 px. That still might be too big, but let's start there. Oh, now it's too small. Cool. And you're all the way over there for some reason. Setting you to 300. Maybe 350. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's not where I want it to be. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna assign this an ID. We're gonna call it logo. And then we're just gonna make it, this is my go-to for whenever I need to, like, place stuff on the page the way that I want it. I literally just assign an ID to it, and I set it to a relative positioning. We're gonna do content styling. Didn't we already listen to Luka Luka Night Fever? Am I tripping? I might be. And this is gonna be No, I had that right. ID, oh shit, I didn't end that tag right. That's why. I was like, why isn't it showing? So, ID logo. We're gonna set this position, relative, put the end bracket on there so I don't forget. And then we're gonna do left, let's ballpark it. And then top 40 px, because I want it to overlap just a little bit. Just a little bit. So we'll save. That is a really big fucking header though. So maybe if I get this to 70, it'll go down just a little bit. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. That's, you know, that's just fine. Okay, sorry. I need to readjust here. What should I do here? Let's put you back down to 200, champ. That's kind of better. I still don't want it to be that small though. So maybe we'll do away with the height on the header. CSS. Okay. Why did just centered it? That's cool, I guess. Did I misspell height or something? Bring you back up to 300. I don't want it to be this fucking big. Maybe this has too much space around it. I think that might be it. So we'll go back into here. I'm gonna open up the logo. I think that's probably what's killing me here. So I'll do inverse crop, just so it's to the closest, so there's not that dead space there. I'll save. Oh god. Delete that. Upload it into there. Okay, well fuck me, I guess. It's just not the right crop. Try uploading it one more time, that guy. Did I like not save it? Hold on, maybe if I save it under a different name. Crop. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better. There we go. I think that's what we want to see. Okay, perfect. Copy that into there. Crop meat. That's a little better. I still would prefer it if it wasn't that fucking big. So maybe we add relative positioning to the container or something. So let's see. Position, relative. We're gonna do top minus 40. And that should bump it up a little bit. No, the fucking header's in the way. Sure, we'll get rid of this. And we're just gonna load that up. You know what? I think that looks fine. Is it like, maybe it's something with the margin? You know what? Actually, let's get rid of the div class altogether. just do away with it. Because there's no margin on the container. Well, there is. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, actually that might be it. Okay. So maybe we'll just keep it like this for now. And go back to my plan here. So we'll just keep this floating. I think I can still stick buttons up here if I want to. It'll just be kind of weird looking. But I guess up here we'll put the socials. Or like YouTube and Twitch. And I think that's all you really need. So I'll have to make buttons for it. We'll do, let me do, like really easy, like simple buttons. So I'll just make them divs for right now. YouTube, button, height, we'll do 31. We'll make like the little web button size. Width 88. Border 2px, black, solid. And then I'm just gonna, well, let me add the end bracket before I forget. I don't need a fucking space there. And then we'll just copy that and then rename it Twitch button. So now they're two different divs. I was gonna have it float left, but that would have it touch the very end of the screen. And I don't want it to do that. So I guess I'll just do a relative position with these. So position relative. And then we'll add it next to the logo here. Div class. Honestly, they really just need to be IDs, but whatever. Div class, YouTube, button. And then end tag. And then we'll just put in YouTube. Div class Twitch button. We can't have that. I need everything to be centralized. Otherwise, I think it'll make me actually have an aneurysm. I don't know what it is about it, but at least with websites that I make, everything needs to be in the front and center. Twitch div. It's gonna look weird at first. Yeah, they're all the way over here. Also, they don't have the border that I want for some reason. Huh. Interesting. That's fine. They're gonna be swapped out for actual images anyway. So we're just gonna position these left. No, I want to make it right. Right. Oh boy. Okay, right. We're gonna have 500 px, and then see where it is. Not on this plane of Earth or plane of being, apparently. Also, this just floats. that's really gonna bother me. Wait! I think I have a good idea. So, instead of having them just floating by themselves, we're gonna put them in the container and then we'll position them up so it kind of looks like a false header. Which is so weird though, because I've had like floating headers before and it was fine. Okay, let me make a new header element. Dot header. We're gonna do height 100 px, width 50 px. No, actually 50 px, width 850, end bracket. Margin auto. Div class header. Spelled that wrong. Spelled it wrong. Cool. And tag it. Oh, that's actually beautiful. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to do. We're gonna get rid of this. I actually meant to put a negative on that. Very pretty. It's exactly how I want it to be positioned. I don't know what the hell happened before, but as long as it's working now, that's all I care about. I think maybe 100 px was the move for it, though. There we go. Now it's positioned the way I want it to be. So now we're going to... Let me try 1px. Is that where I want it to be? We're gonna go into the negatives for this one. So we'll do negative... Oop, hello? There we go. Negative 30, sure. A little bit more. Negative 50. Just a little bit more. Negative 70. Excellent. That's exactly where I want it. So now we'll go top. Let's do 1 to see where it naturally wants to stay. Okay, yeah. Top minus 50. This is half of coding, just sitting here and positioning things. And then hopefully because it's inside of the container, it will stay within the confines of this rather than adjusting with the window. So let's test it out real quick. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to see. So we'll do 100. Kind of want it to sit like that. So it's kind of like, what's the best word? Kind of like a label, I guess. And then if I really wanted to go crazy, we could like make it look like a bus stop, but that will come with time. I just want this to be pretty simple. Hello 12 Eidolon, how you doing? Thank you for the pat. Sorry, I just rehydrated myself with some energy drink. Been a while. How are you doing? I think last time I saw you was... You were here during my debut stream, I'm pretty sure. Just enjoying life, I guess? Hey, me too. Me too, dude. So now we're going to... So now I want these stacked on top of each other. Sometimes I even just come in here and don't say anything. That's completely fine. Actually, let me see. No, I don't want to make a button right now. I'll get distracted. Ever since I got a new job, I barely have time for anything else. I guess that's just what happens. So, yes, because I want it pulled to the right. So we'll set this to 800, see where it goes. Too far. Too far. Too far. 700. That works better. We'll do the same for the Twitch button. Semicolon. I guess I can't do that if the YouTube button is there, so top minus 200. Oh, I'm sorry, PX. That's probably what killed it. We'll do 300. Too far now, so 250, not 2500, please don't. That works just fine. Oh, that's why the border wasn't working. I didn't have a colon in there. There we go. It's not very pretty, but it's a good placeholder for now. Text line center. There we go. Let's make it go up a little bit more. And then of course when we actually put in real buttons for it, we'll probably have to reposition it just a little bit, but for right now this is kind of, I'm kind of remaking my blueprint. So 256, let's say. Yeah, that's perfect. So let me just copy and paste what I have here. And then I'll adjust. So it just puts it above it. I want it to be, I guess that could work, but I think, no. Yeah, I think I like this. So we'll just bump this up to 258. That'll kind of space it nicely. 262. Much better. There we go. So that's kind of what I want for like the buttons here. Let me also put in A HREF. Let me get the YouTube channel up here. Dog Meats YouTube channel. Not within the quotes. There we go. Do that. And tag it. A. So now they're actual buttons. So if you were to click on it, it'll take you to the YouTube page. And I'll do the same thing for Twitch. Twitch.tv/dogmeats. Get that. Chicken. Now this is a classic. Package you.ああ、割れそうな記憶全部なぎ出して、ああ、その量出て。もっといっぱいもっとちょうだい。カリンコマリンコ。 Oh, that's a good energy drink. And then, we should probably put a navigation in here, a nav bar. This is gonna look kind of like, I know it was stupid to, it might be a little silly in retrospect to crop this so that this is in the middle. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be covered up by the rest of the content, but I think it should be fine. It'll be kind of like a floating box kind of deal. Oh, I think it'd be pretty nice to have a flea bag up here, just sitting down. Oh, my arm or hand itches. Okay. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and then we'll be right back, okay? We're back. Sorry, that like kind of hit me out of nowhere. Feels like I was hit with the piss beam. Hello. Hi, Flower. Dog balling. Yeah, it's a little bit of an embarrassing picture, but I figured it'd make it pretty interesting. Be right back, screen. So, we were talking about the layout of the actual container here. So what I'm thinking, so the beam does work. Okay, interesting how you would out yourself like that. So we're gonna put a padding on it because I want kind of it to be floating. So we'll do padding. Let's do 15 pixels. I think that's a good start. And we'll make a nav bar. Nav. We're gonna make this. I want to make this like a black bar across, so background is gonna be black. Do you guys know how CSS works? Do I need to like live, like commentate, or do we like have a basic understanding of HTML? Please? Okay, like the most basic way I can describe it is anything that's in this body element, or these body tags. I'm so stupid. Okay. Anything that's in these body tags is the actual content that shows up on the website. And then anything in the style tag uses CSS, which is a different language than HTML. But it's like a complementary language. So if I were to take out the CSS, everything in here tells... Everything in this part of the code tells the HTML how it should look. So if you were to take out the CSS like this, it would just be... It would just be whatever I have written down here. But with all this, thank you. I feel another one coming. It tells the website how it should look like. Why does it look like that? That's not how I want it to look like. The hell? Wait, why is everything off now? The hell? Are we stupid? Try again? Everything is off now, what the fuck? Trying to figure out if maybe I got rid of something? Goat zoom type? That's a pretty good one. Shit. Shit, maybe I fucked up the website. Take me back to before I even had nav. What the fuck? Actually kind of pisses me off. Am I... wait. Maybe... We're... What are you at? 950 by 850. This should still work. Okay, I guess... Sure, whatever. 950 by 850. It's tiling. I'm sorry, did we like have a disconnect here? Okay, well, let's just change that to 800. That should solve our problems. And it didn't. Oh, that's why. Because it's the wrong one. Okay. There we go. Haven't had the chance to say it, but the website looks pretty cool. Thanks. We're still work in progress for sure, but it's looking better than what we had before. We gotta make this go up a little bit more now. God damn it. Okay, do 60 and 68. We gotta push it up more. How about 75 and 65? $67. 270. Fuck it. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Okay, we're back to fucking 0. So navbar. Background. Background is black. We're gonna do width is a little smaller than 800, so we'll do 795 pixels. And height doesn't need to be that big, it's just gonna be, let's say 60. And it's gonna be inside the container, beneath these elements. We're probably gonna have to adjust the position. I'm just saying it right now. Div class nav div. Let me separate this from the rest of them so you can clearly see that it's a separate element. Oh wow, that's a really tall navbar actually. Let's go down to 30. Now it's too small. Okay, 50. I'm playing fucking Goldilocks here. Let's go 40. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Okay, so depending on what the fuck happens here, we'll see what happens to the logo and the buttons that I have. But it might bump the rest of the elements up. So, position, relative, top, minus 100. Wow, I can really feel my chest pounding from this energy drink. I would like to go up more. So let's go 200. Okay, no, it's not bumping them up, so you know what? I'll take it. 170. Please don't die. I'm sure I'll be fine. I just haven't had this much caffeine in a while, all at once. I can make do with a little less padding around it, so let's actually bump this width up to... fuck it, 800. It says that there's padding, so it should pad it. It's too much padding, actually, so we're gonna go 5 pixels. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and get some water in my system. Okay. Now I do want it to go down a little bit more now. 677. Okay, perfect. That was so, like, stupid to fuss with. So now we have our navigation bar. So this is where everything's gonna be navigable. Okay, going back to our blueprint. So now we need to make this box here, the little about box, and then we'll have the little schedule box. Using PX units is making me anxious. Is it not standard? This is how I've been learning it. I don't have a schedule box off to the side and a guest book box. So the way we're gonna do that is by just doing relative, because that's what I usually default to. So we'll make some more divs. Div, fuck. Div. Div. Oh, I just called it div. That's not how you make divs. You name them something unique. So we'll call this about, I guess. Background. We're gonna make it off-white. Like a nice cream like that. And then border, it's gonna be 3 pixels, black solid. Oh god. Okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. Height. That's not how you spell height. Height. I'm gonna ballpark it and say 750 pixels. And then width, and then we'll adjust it if I need to. 300 px. And we're gonna sit this underneath div class. Oh, let me also set it to position relative. The fuck? Why is it doing that? What the hell did I press? I forgot what not tailwind looks like. What does that mean? Set end tag for. Oh, the container. Tailwind is a CSS framework. Oh shit, dude, I'm really new to CSS and and coding, so I'm not really good at knowing all the terms and stuff. All I know is this is CSS, this is HTML. No worries, no shame. Okay, good. That's what I like to see. So we're still in container, yeah. So we're gonna put div class boot div okay, interesting placement that it wants to be in. Honestly, that's fine, I can work with this. Make that 5 pixels. That matches with, yeah. And then while we're at it, we're also gonna put that... Where the fuck do I have it? Radius. Okay. That's the wrong div. Top. We're gonna keep bumping it up. You already know how it goes. Is this for mobile or for desktop? For desktop, I just really like making these dinky little centralized websites. Actually, I don't like the border radius on it. Yeah, so I'm not really worrying too much about, or I said it at the beginning, I don't really worry too much about formatting it so mobile can also view, because sorry mobile users, I don't really care. We're gonna go old web. She's fussy. What am I fussing about? I'm literally just trying to get this in the position I want it to be in. Okay, I would like it to be a little bit more out. So we'll set this width to, let's say 450. Okay, left, 50. Too much, actually, too much. 20. Okay, actually, that kind of looks a little fucky. No, it'll be fine, actually. I don't mind that. It's turning into what I want it to look like. Except a little bit more... but whatever. Because I need space for this. Because this is where I want to put the schedule. And then this is going to be the guest book button. But I guess... I guess I don't really need the schedule to necessarily be the picture. I could just fill out the schedule. Or make it, like, fillable. Rather than using... Because what I have currently on our Wix website... Wix site. Here's what the Wix currently looks like. And I did it this way, so Dogmeat wouldn't have to, like, physically go in there and update it every fucking week. But since this is a NeoCities, we're gonna go in there and update it every week anyway. Walking with birds. Hello, my sleep paralysis demon. I'm from Germany and also a bird. That's very cool. I enjoy birds. I don't really think I'd call myself a sleep paralysis demon, but if that's what you want to label me, go for it. God damn it, I got a hair in my water. And the bitch won't come out! Alright, whatever. I guess I'm just drinking hair. Who's dog meat? Some shitty fucking dog. But this is what I have so far. We're really just kind of stretching this out. But I guess the idea is I'll just have it be fillable. So... Best doggy tuba ever, that's who she is. You went through all stages of grief with that water hair in like 20 seconds. Well, yeah, I don't know. I understand when I'm in a losing position. I tried and that was it. Your VTuber character, not you, the human self, the animated hold on, sorry, I'm having a stroke trying to read that sentence. VTuber character, not you, the human self, the animated creature. Are you saying that my VTuber? Are you saying that I'm the sleep paralysis demon? I'm a goat. I wouldn't really label myself that. I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm just copying and pasting this. I don't fucking care. Schedule. Don't you dream of goats? I dream of my goat, and that's gonna be, hold on. Just in case we need a reminder of the goat that humans killed. I don't know what happened there. Just in case we need a reminder here. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, do humans dream of electric goats? Where is it? There it is, Museus. Just in case we forgot, my darling precious Museus. May he rest in peace. I'll put him right here. In fact, I'll put my energy drink over here. Museus right there. There we go. Never seen a goat like this before? Interesting. Well, now you have. How does it feel? Make this 500. Give Knuckle a sip. It's gonna make him stay up all night. I can't do that. What is the thing in the middle? Is it a milk carton? That's gonna be Knackle. He's my little channel mascot. You can make him talk through redeems on Twitch. It's under Fleenet Gallery. I'll show you a little demonstration. He's a little piece of salt. That's what he is. Oh, he's shy. Okay, he's not really working. Very cool, Knackle. Thank you for not working. Feels like every time, man. Footman, that's gonna be Poop Butt, actually, excuse you. Maybe it's something with his model? Because usually he'll talk like this. Salt crystal, not a salt bag. That is what he is. Hold on. Oh, so it's just broken. Interesting. I guess Knackle just doesn't work. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to bring Fleabag out. Yeah, his name is just Poop Butt. Because I know Fleabag works. We'll just say he's my supervisor for the day. There we go. I'll just put him on my desk here. I know Fleabag works. Oh, so it just doesn't work. Alright, well that's embarrassing. Very strange. I don't know why the TTS pet isn't working. Yeah, I guess the extension is broken. Because usually it works. Not quite sure why it's not. It's a big flea. He has a pretty big flea. I don't know why dog meat let him get that big. I'm not sure if she understands that they are not good for you. But yeah. I'm gonna disable it for now so you guys don't use it. Still think goats are cannon fodder for bigger animals, but yeah, birds are still way cool. That's a really interesting take. I'm not quite sure what you mean cannon fodder for bigger animals. They're actually quite aggressive when they want to be. But anyways. Schedule, we're gonna move this over. Let's do 100. Oh, right, I don't have it on there. Div, class, schedule, untag. Ooh, okay, well, that's interesting. I guess it doesn't need to be that big. So we'll go 300. Maybe we go 300. Bring it up. Yep. That's gonna be way too tall, but I want it up. Oh no, that's actually not tall enough. Bird/dinosaurs were around 166 million years longer than y'all. Get wrecked, mammals. Okay. I guess that's neat. I don't really understand how age equals being better. But sure. Today HTML and CSS, tomorrow node-based serverless fronted frameworks with oh fuck me. SSR islands, async asset fetching, and edge functions for minimum latency. That's a tall ask from me. Very tall. And I'm very short. So I don't think we're gonna go quite there, my friend, but I think it's a very nice thought. We're gonna go 918 maybe? Might be a little too much. Not enough? Fuck. Tiny goat. I'm not very tall. I fear. This is making me nostalgic, though. I need to try making a bare bones site again. It's pretty fun. I don't know if you guys have seen, like, a bunch of the websites on NeoCities. Let's browse through some real quick while we take a little break here. They're pretty fun. It's very nostalgic. I think I've seen this website before. I have. I think I follow it on my other one. Chat left, the small goat. We don't do that here. This is my stream, not yours. But yeah, it's very like old web type shit. I'm a huge fan of. They even have like these, you guys remember those old chat boxes on websites? Like I remember they would have them on like anime websites. Like what is it, animedubs.com. It's really cool. It's very nostalgic. I like this graphic in the corner. I have to sneeze again. They can get pretty complex. I've seen a couple that are pretty good. Might bring them back to NeoCities. I'm not done looking through websites. Let me see if I can find a cool one. Let's look at Revenge. I like Revenge. This website's pretty cool. This is the main page, and then there's a little studio where they, like, fuck around with coding. Brings back many memories. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Oh, they updated it. It did not look like this before. Translate, idle game, bubble wrap, apartment OC. Let's see this. Has no content yet. It's web. Oh, that's pretty cool. Apartment is owned by X, an eccentric individual with the ability to store time. She decided to make use of the place by renting it out dirt cheap to other individuals with eccentric abilities. And all of them are from different time periods. Back in the OG GeoCities, web addresses were so dumb. Oh yeah, I mean, Revenge is still not really the most... I mean, it's cool. It's really cool. I like it. Hi, dog. You look very nice today. Aura. Hello. I'm not dog today. Today, I'm Kaya. But it's very nice to see you. Go back. This stems from me trying to join Toy House and struggled, then realizing, wait, I have my own website. Oh, that's pretty neat. Emo counter? It's a counter. Neat. There's art, project, shrine, shows, concert. There's a calculator that they coded. Oops. They really leaned into the idea of it being a physical city, so you picked what your website was about and you assigned it a district like Green Gardens. If you had a gardening site or the gamer zone, you had a gaming zone, etc., etc. You were assigned a street name and a number for your house. That's actually really cool. Yeah, NeoCities does its best to kind of replicate it. Doesn't have like street addresses and stuff, but I do know that you're only allowed one website per account. And yeah. There's web rings and stuff, like, go back home. Green Gardens, Park Street, 377467. That's cute. I like that. That's a really nice concept. Yeah, there's a bunch of web rings. And then they call each other neighbors on NeoCities. And that's basically any website that you think is cool that, or like, are friends with or mutuals with if you follow each other. But for now, let's keep working on our stuff. Oh, no worries. Nice to see you too. This is too tall anyway to— well, actually we can keep it this big. The trifecta, free 90s hosting, GeoCities, Angelfire, and Tripod. I didn't even know about those last two. I only knew about GeoCities. Makes me wish I could have been online during that time, but I was too busy being a baby about losing my environment. Well, shit. If I have it like that, this needs to be moved over or made bigger. And I think I'll make it bigger. I'll do both. Tripod mentioned, goodness gracious. Was Tripod like a different, like web hosting service? We're gonna make this 455. All three hosting companies did essentially the same thing. Okay, that's what I figured. Is this magnet? It is. We're gonna go more. Yeah, that's about even. And then we'll put the, I'll have to download it. Because I don't think I have the actual image on this computer. Save. We'll upload it. It was a time of innocence, and when you could put looping MIDI songs that auto-played on your site and GIFs of under construction signs for parts of your site you would never get around to finishing. I mean, NeoCities pretty much gives you the same exact experience. I've seen, like, those under construction, like, GIFs and, like, websites that are just nothing but blinkies. Like, we're gonna look at some more. I really want to get into, like, there's this one website that I know, but it's got fucking porn on it, so I can't show you guys. But it's pretty, like, bullshit, like 90s ass web design, and it's pretty fucking good. Let's see. How about you? You look promising. Oh my god, this old ass HTML SCM music player. But now this is pretty fucking good. Flee. Can I move these? No, they're stuck there. This is a really good website. I think I'm a fan of it already. Oh yeah, that's the vibe, yeah. The big ass buttons up there. Love is stored in the balls. This makes me want to play Hypnospace Outlaw again. Is it this type of vibe? Blinky's graphics. This is great. You can barely, like, navigate the website because of all the bullshit on top. It's great. The entire game is like that old web theme. It's good. It's a really good theme. Puzzle game that is based 100% around this vibe. Oh shit. Let's look it up. Hypnospace Outlaw. Oh, this rules. Wait, I think I've seen this before. I've definitely seen this graphic before. Yeah, this kind of fucks. I'll have to look into it. Well worth checking out. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna check it out after stream. But for now, there we go. I'll put it under the schedule. Image source. We're gonna ID this actually. ID guest book. I'm just gonna call it GB. It's easier to type. And then I think I will do a little embed like this. Kiloa, hello, welcome in. If you're looking for good 90s internet aesthetic, have you looked up Cameron's World? I have not. Cameron's Ulcer. Oh, this rules. Oh my god, it even has music overlaid on top. Yeah, this goes fucking hard. This is basically like a NeoCities website, except it's like 15 of them all in one. It's a giant GeoCities collage. Yeah, no shit. This goes crazy. Yeah, this is really pretty. I like this quite a bit. Yeah. That's good. That's really good. How do I... Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay, there we go. There's our guest book. I guess there's not really a point in having an embed. Maybe, well, nah. I think it looks nicer, actually. So, yeah. We'll make a separate page for it, but for the time being, we'll just have it open up into the actual website. Come on. Where the hell is it? It might be lost underneath everything. Ugh. Because I know that happens sometimes. Or maybe I ID'd it wrong. It's lost. Oh, there it is. It's down all the way down there. Why is it all the way down there? Huh. Well, it's gonna have all this extra space now. Fucking whatever, I don't care. I'll fix it later. Bottom. Or no, maybe top. 500. Is it because it's too big? I will make it smaller. Let's go 50. It's gonna be real small, but... Oh, maybe it'll help if I spell it right. Yeah, that's way too small. Let's make it 200 pixels. I think that'll fit pretty nicely right there. Yeah, but now we just have all that extra space down at the bottom, but fucking whatever, I don't care enough. 900. Let's go 850. 880. Yeah, that's best. And then we'll go 500. 550. Nope. 540. Maybe even 538. Yeah, okay. Kind of the layout that I want, yeah. And then we'll go ahead and do this. We're gonna do H4. We're gonna style it so it has, I guess Chewy would be a pretty good font for it. We're gonna style that real quick. H4 font, Emily, Chewy, the fuck, Chewy. And then let me just type in there. So this is going to be for the schedule. We're going to do text, align, center. We're going to go H4, H4. Schedule. Or maybe H3. H3. Haha. It needs to be bigger, actually. We're going H1. Oh my god, my leg. I spelled schedule wrong also, by the way. Just don't even worry about it. There we go. Accidentally hit the wrong button. There you go, schedule. Do paragraph. H3. H3. We'll make it the concert 1. Font. Font family. Concert 1. So we'll set it up for next week. So it's week of May. Would that May 12 through the 18th. 2025. How does that look? Seriously? Is that... That's not what that font looks like. There's no way. Let's try permanent marker. I know what that font looks like. It's gonna look a little weird. Nope, that's why. Because I didn't put in a colon. Misspelled font family, did I? No, I didn't put in a colon. Font family is fine. Well, you're not worried about making this thing hyper-modern and technical. Are you interested in making this friendly to people who use screen readers, accessibility helpers? Eventually. I know I need to set up, like, alt text. But as of right now, I'm really just kind of getting it laid out. There we go. That looks better. Honestly, I don't even need a paragraph break. Let's just do a normal break. That's too much space for me. Why is it even bigger than the paragraph break? That's interesting. Get rid of the break altogether. There we go. Well, that's not much of a... It's better than nothing, I guess. And then we'll style strong. Because that's what I'll use for the days. And then we'll use Joseph and Sands. Font. Family. Joseph and Sands. And then I'll make it... Actually, while we're at it, I'll also make this red. Color, red. We'll do the same thing here. One of the unwritten rules for accessibility is to try and only have one H1 tag on the page and have it be the title of that page, because that's what screen readers have. You could still have H2, H3, etc., etc. If you're worried about H2 being too small, you can make it bigger with font size. That's true. Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll have that in my notes. But for at least for right now, I just want to get the base code down, and then I'll go through and what's the word? I'll go through and shit. I guess improve would be like the right word for it. But, you know, make it a little bit more accessible. Because the thing with me is if I sit there and try to fuss over every little detail, nothing's gonna get done. So I just want to get the base code down first, and then I'll go through and make sure it's all cleaned up. Don't want to come across as condescending. Even a lot of big web devs ignore this stuff. I have a big thing for disability access on the web. And me too, I completely understand that. I have the same mindset. Like, what's the point if your website's not really accessible? But no, I don't think that's condescending at all. I think that's actually very nice of you. Thank you for pointing that out. Because otherwise I wouldn't have even known. I don't really... Like I said, I'm still pretty new to, like, web design and shit like that. So I don't really know, the best way to go around things. Color red. Strong. If your Wix site is anything to go by, this is gonna look cool as fuck. I'm gonna try my damnedest. 2, 3, 4, whatever, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wednesday, that's the only way I know how to remember how to spell it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Exactly the same for me. The other end of the spectrum, I love coding and building, but despite my best efforts, I barely have an artistic bone in my body. Yeah, Wednesday, it's so stupid. No, I'm a little bit more art focused, so sometimes the coding can be a little weird for me. Logic isn't really my strong suit, so sometimes I'll get lost in the logic of everything. Actually, I think I want to just keep it like this, and then what we'll do is we'll just do a break. Not a question mark. Nothing. I'm just gonna put gabagool as a placeholder for now. Nothing. And then we'll see how that looks. Gabagool. And hopefully it should fit. If anything, we'll just put an overflow scroll on it. Save. Not what I wanted to do. Thank you very much. Huh. What? Oh, that's why. Because you need to put in another break tag. I also need to set up the font for this so it's not just fucking basic ass font. Love the color scheme by the way. Reminds me of Gallivant to need to look that up real quick. Oh yeah. Yes, very cute. Yeah, it's supposed to match dog meat. I'll have her on screen in just a second here, because I need to put a PNG, because we want to do a floating PNG off to the side. I need to sneeze, but it's not wanting to come out. Maybe actually we do a pee. Let me just copy and paste it. You know what? No. I'm just gonna do this. I would like more space between them. And I think that should look good. Ooh, yeah, okay. I don't like the amount of space that's between this and this, but I guess that's just the header. Can't really do anything about that. So we're going to set this to overflow auto. Spell it wrong, why not? I don't really have a margin or padding on this, do I? I don't, so... I think that's gonna be fine for right now, but I think it is way too much padding up here. We'll just leave it for now. And then we'll do a floating, because kind of the same way that I have on here. Just like a floating image off to the side like that. Let me find one. And then after I position this PNG on here, I think we're gonna swap over to working on some Live 2D. Let me just find a PNG that I have. I think I'll use that same one. That's a pretty good standard one. It's in here, in the music folder, under Watashi da Kiyurei. Get the PNG in here. And then we'll kind of do the same way that Catbox does it. I think this will be just like a floating image off to the side. So we'll put it above everything. No, actually, I think we should probably do it under everything. Image source. It's gonna be huge too, so we gotta size this bitch down. Height. We'll go 500, no, 300 pixels. And then I'm gonna assign an ID so we can style it with CSS rather than just fucking putting it on there. ID dog. Okay, so there she is. Oh fuck, that's right, we have this extra space at the bottom. How do I get rid of that? I guess maybe the best way we can do it is just position for right now, and then we'll figure it out later. Dog. I feel like my answer to any to anything like spacing related is always to just go straight to position relative. I can't help it. I feel like it's like the only thing that really works for me. Top. I don't want her to be that small though. I wish this was a full-sized PNG. I should probably get Doug on that to make a full-sized one. Because I don't like that it cuts off at the legs here. It doesn't make for a really good element to have floating. Gonna make her a little bit bigger too while we're at it. It's a little too small for me. Why does it keep fucking doing that? So, until I can figure out how to get rid of this fucking extra space down here at the bottom. Honestly, this is kind of an okay solution. 500. Just pretend like there's no scroll bar here. Where's the salt? I had to put them away because the stupid TTS pet isn't working. The program. God damn it. And then it'll just kind of stay stationary, which is kind of what I want. I will pull it a little bit more to the side. Not that much. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I put it through PicMix. So here's the before and after. I still need to put like a changelog thing. I might even move Fleabag into this container. Oh, that actually might be a good idea. Yeah, we'll move this into this container and we'll have this be the updates box. I think that would be a little bit better of a solution to this extra space down here, because I believe it's this image that's causing this extra space. But yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly what I wanted, right? That's why I like doing this, because you can see the before and after. And then she just kind of stays floating down there, so you can access the rest of that information by pulling out your page. And then I'll also add in, because a lot of NeoCity websites like to do this, and I think it'd be a pretty good idea to add in. Usually they'll have like a note on the screen size that the website was coded on, just so other people have a point of reference for how much they should like zoom out the page or, you know, mess with their page if they need to view the website correctly. But yeah. It took us 2 hours just to make this. God. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty much what we wanted. It's a bit longer, but I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, so let's... I'm going to take 5 and grab some water, and then we're going to go ahead and pivot to Live 2D rigging. So I'll be right back. Alright, sit tight. And we're back. Hello. She's naked. So, I think I already showed you guys before, but here's where we're at right now. Very bare bones. Oh my god, okay, yep. Those still work. She's nude, yeah. Because we needed to start out with the nude base, so all the outfits would make sense. But so far, not a whole lot. Remind me before I go insane, what was that? What's the name of that hold music in your BRB scene? Let me look at the source. I have it labeled as elevator music. So I don't know if that's like the actual name of it. Unfortunately. Maybe I can, hold on, let me look at the metadata. Let me see if I can find that for you, man. Nope, that's all the memes. Resources, background. Oh, it's called Elevator by Local Forecast. Here, I'll type it in for you. Oh, you even found it. Thank you, Growlix. Let me set this so it's tracking me also. Before I do that, let me do this. Okay, now you can look. I do need to fix that iris dilation. I don't want it to be this small. We're trying something new with it. So instead of because I'm pretty sure you can see here, it should be a little bit bigger. I need to also fix this mouth, man. It's a little, it kind of looks like she's chewing rocks. Just a little bit. These, the front teeth, or the top teeth, need to come down a little bit more. So let me find them real quick. Put these down here. I like how that one is grinning and your current one is just not in the mood for this shit. Well, that's me. The dog meat models are usually a little bit more upbeat. That's because she's very excitable. It still kind of looks weird, but I think it should be fine. I will probably adjust it just a little bit later on. But for now, I think this mouth looks okay. I think it's just kind of poorly drawn. Maybe I should, hold on. Maybe if we adjust the funnel here, so it's not as bad or as dramatic. I think that should be fine. Ew, you can hear my mouth sound, sorry. Yeah, I think that's good enough. For that part at least. Oh, we should probably change our category, huh? We're gonna change it to, I guess this counts as art. Don't worry, Alex, I got it. There we go. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're working on the X angles. Tyler, welcome. Unfortunately, Dog's not here today. It's just goat time. But yeah, I'm doing great. What's going on with you guys? Welcome in, guys. Today is, Goat Wagey stream. We just finished up working on, Dog Meat's website. Now we're working on her model, because that's what I do. I'm just her Wagey. Good? Good. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll go with this one. I labeled them rat tails because that's what they look like. I see, that's how it goes. Yeah. Are you upset? No, I just sound like this. Rat tails, X angle. It's fine, as long as she let me stream. It's been a month since I've last streamed anyway. And I thought the whole point of me getting this model was just so I could actually stream more. Put that there. I think that looks a little better. And now we gotta fucking rig it this way. Oh. Thank you for the lemon, Sir Shabby. Are you drawing with a mouse? We're not drawing at all. We're actually just animating. There we go. Yeah, Lemon's still here. Yeah. Move this way. Use this to bump it out a little bit more so there's more volume. I think that looks a little better. I need to check on something real quick. Okay. Live 2D is scary if you're not used to it. I've been using Live 2D for about, when did I start? 2019? It's about 6 years now. So I'm pretty familiar with it, but yeah, over half a decade at this point. So yeah, if you're definitely not used to it, it's very intimidating. But if you ever want to learn it, after you kind of get used to it, it's pretty easy. Just a lot of it is learning hierarchies. Holy what? Shit, hold on. Just like that. There we go. Much better. Then we're gonna take this middle bang and move it. I think like that should be good. That early in the game, you could have been ahead of the curve. I could have. The issue with like dog meat and, you know, all of that shit is it was a lot of identity crises going on. A lot of old viewers probably already know Dogmeat started streaming under a different name. Not under Dogmeat, but as Gulo Aswang. Gulo debuted December of 2019 as part of that really big VTuber VTuber movement, I guess, lack of better words. But she had a really bad identity crisis, and she kind of pretty much lost touch with reality. So she kind of had to stop streaming as Gulo, and then things happened, real life, and it was kind of hard to keep up a consistent streaming schedule, so I don't know. Who knows? The Gulor, yeah. Also, the models kind of sucked back then, so whatever. Didn't have a nice shiny model like most other VTubers, because everything was self-made. Nah? What do you mean, nah? It was bad. Should we take a look? Do we need to check ourselves? Do we need to go back to... Should we go back to reality? No fair, they were cute. Hold on. Gulo 1 was pretty good. I don't think you've taken a look at the model in a while. Bunny Suit Gulo is a little rough. It's real bad. We need a reminder. We need to be back in the present. This is a PNG model with a little extra steps. It's not very good. The body doesn't even move. It's adorable. Well, shit, maybe we need to remake it. Booster jump scare. Yeah, we have that because we made his model. Yup, IE. Okay, there we go. It was pretty rough, because Dogmeat refused to pay somebody else to make a model, because they were broke and stubborn. So they were pretty rough. I think we're pretty good nowadays, but was not good back then. Got how grueling applying for jobs is. It's pretty bad. Good luck, brother. This isn't as sensitive as I want it to be, so let's change that. We're gonna set this to 60. It's a little better. Set scale to 180. Yeah, that's good. Oh shit, that's right, I have to fucking migrate all of these things. Let me migrate the browse stuff. Move to there. Actually, this won't be too bad. Change to brow R angle. And this to form. Monster, yeah, it's because I'm chugging an energy drink right now. I kind of woke up last minute for this, so I need to wake the fuck up. The monster covers the mouse? Well, let me move it. Monster mouse. Very in character. Yeah. There you go. Actually, we can put this picture away of Museus by Museus. There you go. What are we on? Brow form? Or no, brow R form. There we go. So now those two things should be independent of each other. I mean, they're still gonna work together, but you want them to be on separate parameters. Yeah, that's working. I am pretty proud of how this cheek puff looks. Check it out. It came out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And then one of these, we can do the Doki bird face. Keep cooking goat, literally? Yeah, literally. I mean, ears are reactive. I think we're gonna do away with the reactive ears on this one, just for the sake of making it a little less complex. I have applied for jobs that are literally in my certifications and just never get responses. Yes, average American job search. I love all the models, but I think this one is one of my favorites. The one that we're working on right now. And it's not finished yet? Well, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of the most complex ones that we've made. Just because of all the layers that it's gonna have. It is going to be... Let's count. You too, Dakia? Why not? Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's count. It's gonna have the yellow outfit, the second yellow outfit, the blue outfit, the summer outfit, all in the same file. We're gonna try and go for that. Summer outfit, emo outfit, the blue outfit. Did I already say blue? Yeah, the blue outfit, the green one, the lore outfit, and hairstyle. So it'll have to be a separate hairstyle put in as well. So that's already 8 outfits right there. I don't know if we're gonna add any more than that. Yeah, all the primary colors. Well, Dogmeat doesn't have a red outfit because she's mostly just red. And then this is gonna be toggleable for the lore one. Because back in pre V4, that's toggleable actually, because she didn't have the ear or the floppy ear pre V4. Yeah. And then these are the parts that we have for the neck. So we have the neck that's together, and then you can take off the top part of the neck. But I need to figure out how to make that look nice. That's my kind of problem solving we're gonna be doing here. Where is her leg and arm? So when you're rigging in live 2D models, sometimes, well, it was drawn on originally, but with live 2D models, it's much more easier and streamlined if you work on one side, and then here, I can actually show you with our other half of the head here. Just get rid of one half of the head, work on one half, and then you can copy and paste it and then reflect it over, so it's a little bit more efficient that way. So what we're gonna do is, since everything's already set up here, Grab this. Not the middle bang, we don't need that. The sideburn. And the rat tail. All of it. Yeah, so we'll select all of these. Copy, paste. And we're going to reflect it. Shit. All the X's, I believe, need to be reflected. Click OK, and then you can adjust it. So it's on there correctly. Yeah, that looks good. I'm using this little bit as a guideline for me because I just eyeball it. That looks good. And then if we need to make any adjustments, we can adjust. So as soon as we're done rigging the arms and legs here, then we're just going to copy paste it, reflect it on the other side. It makes it much easier than having two sides that you need to rig separately. Oh yeah, and then I need to also copy this over. Or... I think I'm just going to do this instead. I'm a little lazy, so... What you do is, when you can see a little bit of the head here, you just push it in. Just push it in. Now, it looks like this. Oh, right, my tongue doesn't track. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that, actually. What do I have it labeled on here? Hold on, you guys are gonna have to immersion break real quick. Real quick. Tongue out. Tongues out, that's what it's labeled as. Interesting. Here it is. Edit. So now it should track. Tongue tracking VTuber models have so many things to do. It is, well, they don't necessarily need to do everything, all of that. It's just a nice little... It's nice to have those little details. It sells the illusion. Fuck. Sorry, I just wanted to make my desk a little bit more to the side. Yeah, it helps make it, those little details help it make it a little bit more charming. So. And the tongue also has physics. They're very subtle. I didn't have to rig them in, but they are there. Oh, the nose needs to be a part of that. It's looking a little flat, but I'll have to rig it a little bit. But yeah, the tongue does have physics on it. Actually, the talk physics is kind of... It needs more to it, so let's fix that real quick. Before I do that, let me get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. Softy Cinnamon, welcome in. Hello. We're working on Dogmeat's new model here. Where'd I have the mouth? We're going to grab everything in here. talk, fizz, mouth, create, shit. Okay, let's do this instead. Talk, fizz, mouth. And then we'll put everything in here into it. There we go. And then we'll put under talk fizz. And then we'll make it go not that much. Down. And just slightly up. Same thing with the nose. Nose, talk fizz. Small up. There we go. Now it should, now the whole face should move as well when it talks. Or yeah, when she talks. I could also do the eyes, but I think the rigging that I have already should be sufficient enough to sell it. So now she's nice and bouncy when she speaks, which is very nice to have. The face is a little too much, actually. It's pretty springy, so we can adjust that real quick. We're gonna set this to effective 50, and now it's gonna be a little bit more subtle. It's much better. So now we can work on the back head for the X angles. I think I already pretty much took care. Hold on, let me make sure that these physics are correct. Nothing's in the wrong, going the wrong way. Looks like everything's going the right way, so I think we shouldn't have to worry about it. You can see a little bit of these. I don't know what to do about it. I guess we can make the bangs a little bit bigger so we can cover that up as it moves. So side bang this one and this one. Drag that out like this. And hopefully that should cover it up, maybe? Good enough. It's going to be good enough. Need some water. Okay. Oh, before I do anything, let me also do that tongue adjustment. If I can find where the tongue is. Mouth, tongue, there we go. Tongue, X angle. So now, if we have the tongue out, we can adjust so it's not as flat like that. Actually, I think that'll fuck up the hierarchy, so let me actually do this. Tongue, X angle. And then I'll have it reflect on the other side. adjust it. So now it doesn't look so flat when looking to the side. It's a little difficult with tongue rigging though, because just the way that layering works, the tongue layer needs to be on top of the top teeth layer, so you need to be really careful. Unless I was not lazy and to actually do like a proper mask for it, it's kind of impossible to, not impossible, but it's annoying to make it so the tongue won't go over top of the top teeth. I'm lazy right now, so I don't really feel like fixing it. So if I were to do this, you can see the tongue going on top of the mouth, or on top of the teeth. It's really subtle, but you can see it. But this is good enough for now. Alright, so the tongue can go back in. Dog-ass tongue. Well, it is a dog, so... now we can work on the X angles here. I'm glad you think it's cute. Top, back, hair, X angle. Coming in here and seeing naked dog makes me feel like I saw something I shouldn't have, like walking in on your sister while she's changing. Well then, go away. I'm kidding. Yeah, I can imagine the shock and awe. Ugh, okay. So this is, it looks a little strange, but you need to make it go the opposite way. So it'll kind of give the illusion that it's, circular, I guess. Globular. That didn't really do anything. We try again. Cancel. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Stop. Okay. And then you reflect. Good enough. We'll also do the rest to the back hair. There's like 4 layers of back hair back there. Back hair, mid 1. X angle. Reflect. Okay. Wow. MC Revu, hello, welcome in. We're working on Dog Meat's new model here. Hair, back, bottom 1, X angle. Shift that. Oh shit. Yep, perfect. Shift, and then we're gonna reflect. So it does it the other way. And then just one more. Here, bottom 2. X angle. Move. I'm already done at the... Oh shit, I guess I am. We'll put on another Vocaloid playlist. That's kind of the move. So now we're looking like that. So now the X angles for the head is done. And now we just have to work on Y angles. And then I'm gonna show you my my shortcut for doing the corners of the X and Y. It's a shortcut, so it doesn't really look that good sometimes, but it's, at least I found, is the best way to do it. Love the one leg on the chair going on with this model. Oh, thank you. Yeah, in case anybody wants to see, like, the full thing. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you guys the full thing. Sans Monster Can. In case anybody, this is anybody's first time seeing this, seeing me. This is what I usually look like. And if I wanted to, I can also make my chair move around. Let me just... See, I can roll around on my chair. That's fantastic. Thank you, I know. I know how great I am, thank you. Cheesy, hello. It's a creature can, okay. Alright, smarty pants. Yeah, can't spin. It was planned, but it's a lot of work to make a live 2D model spin. Taking so many notes. Do it, yeah. Wonderful, the best, the most fantastic. Yeah, I am. Yeah, take as many notes as you need to. I should probably also rig this neck. Like, the neck is part of the head, right? Or would that be... You know what? I'm just not gonna worry about it for right now. Scoria Deluxe, thank you so much for following. Okay, that's good enough. So let's do our Y. Y params. Those are pretty easy to do. Also save. Always remember to save your work. Go doing work if only dog could do the same. Tell me about it. How many times do you have to remind her to focus? We actually got things done today. Dog is too busy playing Devil May Cry and being employed. Exactly. Why the hell is your bap shaded? Oh no. Huh? What? Why? Oh, why is it blushed? Just because it makes sense for it. There's nothing that, I mean, obviously you can tell that this model's not safe for work. but that's just in case we do have outfits. So, like, take for example, like a bunny outfit. It just makes it look a little more charming, I guess. We're not really big fans of models that aren't blushed. Yeah, so just from an artistic standpoint, that's why it looks like that. I don't know, man. Have you ever seen models that, like, because the way that we've been approaching making VTuber models is kind of from the point of view of, like, BJD dolls, if you guys are familiar. Or, like, ball jointed dolls. Usually, if you want to make them look nicer, you need to blush the joints. And those are usually the spots that you blushing. So you can kind of see it here. It's a really bad example. Just like that, yeah, people will blush the belly button, but usually it's going to be the joints and extremities. Threatening images? I don't think so, they're just dolls. But yeah, that's usually the approach that we take to it. Forget what I was doing. Oh, the Y angles, right. Okay. My hands are sweaty. We're gonna start with the head. Get rid of the front here. Oh god. You're fine, man. I forget how I did it with my other models. Hold on. We're gonna pull up my model real quick as a point of reference, because I kind of forget how I do this. Is it under... Okay, they're two separate ones. No. Body head lean. Okay, so they are... Gotcha. Okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Okay. So it's gonna be on the same warp deformer. Remember, kids, blush fingers and toes, always visually appealing. That's right, Sahari. They just look nice. Gonna move the head down. Scoria Deluxe, hello, welcome to chat. So yeah, so it's gonna be the head leaning down, and then we can do the same thing going up. This is probably gonna be a little bit shorter though. Make that go up. So now we have the standard front facing down and up. Yperiums for the head at least. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Yeah, hope you're having a really great day, Scoria. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I don't do that. It was a nice attempt, though. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a goat, not a dog, so I don't eat treats. So, and then we can do this. We'll just put them eye, deform. Yeah, I will not be fed, thank you very much. I'm perfectly capable of doing that myself. It's gonna look a little weird at first. Close. I don't need that. I will hide the ears as well so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Just came back on stream, I'm horrified? No, you shouldn't be horrified. This is just, you know, basic rigging stuff. Big forehead? No, it's usually hidden. Unless you're referring to my forehead, in which it's not really that big. A bit more streamlined. Why the long face? That is kind of what it's looking like, huh? But like a Bug's Life character, that's crazy. It's gonna be fixed, trust and believe. It's just gonna look weird for a second. So we do nose. And we really just need to move that up and down. Make that longer since she's looking down. Same thing with the mouth. Gonna make it a little smaller. I'm a little worried something smells like cat poop. I think one of the cats just had a real bad... Wait. Yeah, they just pooped real bad in the other room. Okay. I actually make this nose come down a little bit more. And then now we have to assign it on here. Oops. They must be. We'll duplicate. Set this to angle Y. And then change this to angle Y. Change this to angle Y fizz. And now I can look up and down. There you go. Now we have to fix the rest of it. So let's actually start with the back hair this time, since it's there. Okay. So this is all gonna be moved up. What? Did I accidentally get the tail too? Why is the tail in there? Shit. Hold on. I must have accidentally included... Yeah, there it is, the tail. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Hold on one moment. I'll be right back, guys. We're taking a quick break. Alright, we're back. Yeah, I just realized how long we've been streaming for. So I think we're gonna round it off at the 3.5 hour mark, so around 4:30 we'll finish up. And I think that should be plenty of time. Oh god damn it, I'm using the fizz. Not a bad mark, yeah. Much longer than the last couple streams that Dog's done this week. A little bit up like that. So now I can look up and down. And it still looks nice. We'll do the ears next. Dog's tail looks like a giant cinnamon bun. It does, kind of. Look at how eagerly she nods her bald little head. Hey, that's a crazy thing to say. What am I doing? Ears? Where are they? Here they are. Okay. So these we're gonna put into a new ears Y angle. And then we're just do, yeah, basic little thing like that. Oh, right, and then we also have to do this. This will help sell the illusion that she's looking up. And down, I guess. So I'll move that down and then move this up. And then same thing with this. We'll just move this part up so it looks like it's kind of disappearing. Yeah, that looks good. I have to do the same for the X angle, I just realized. So let me do that real quick. Save. Now it looks much better. It is gonna look a little weird because some parts aren't synchronized. So, but it'll be ironed out. It'll be ironed out. So let's do this one, the rat tail. It'll get moved up when she's looking down, and then get moved down when she's looking up. Because weird physics. There you go. Also like to kind of show that it's dangling. There you go. So next, I should probably also do this for the Y angle only params, just so it'll make my life a little bit easier in the long run. Shit. That might be kind of bad. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So now we'll do the front hair. And I still needed to go do the glasses too. Like this when she looks down. Yeah. I should have probably waited to duplicate this one, but honestly this is really tiny details that I don't really need to be too particular about. And the front hair. I do the sideburns first. And the bangs. And then I'll fix that little bald spot. Okay, and then I think after that, that should be everything that we're gonna work on for today. Not too bad, not too shabby. It's a little, it needs some more ironing out, but that's what we have so far. Can chew and everything. Alright, we're gonna save, and then let's find somebody for you guys to raid into, shall we? Let's see, who's live right now? Let's check following first. Charlotte's on. Tomoe's on. Let's find somebody with a smaller... Oh, that's a cute model. Let's raid into a Archifer. I'm gonna have to hop right off as usual. But let them know I said hello. And then let me find somebody for you guys. Let me see if he's streaming on YouTube as well. If they're not, then we'll find somebody else for you guys to raid into on YouTube. Let's see, how do you spell that? ARKIF3R. No, he's not streaming there. Okay. So I'll set you guys up to raid onto there. I guess YouTube, I'll send you guys over to Tomoe. The only person who's streaming right now that I follow. So let them know that I said hello. And you guys have a good rest of your day, okay? Thanks for hanging out with me today. See y'all later. Bye. Or Goat Yasumi, I suppose. Goat Yasumi.